If you're doing these three things with your marketing, you are really wasting your time, so please stop. I'm going to show you what to do instead, but before I do, I'm Tristan Bond, CEO of Practice Acceleration. And what we do is we help great healthcare professionals to create thriving businesses with an emphasis on building a business that doesn't depend on you. Marketing is constantly evolving, and the channels that we use, they are shifting. So it's so important to keep reviewing whether the things that you're doing are still the best use of your time and marketing dollars. It is likely you're still using the three strategies I'm going to talk about today, and that's okay, but I'm going to show you a better way to get your message out there. So let's dive in. The first one is an old favorite, print advertising. Look, if you're still doing this, please let it go right now. Print used to be a great way to get your message out there. I used to do it myself. I'm talking about a flyer drop, letterbox drops, the local magazine, or even a paper. But with print advertising, there is no real way to measure your results. I mean, you can keep track of how many phone calls you get from the ad, but you're only tracking the end point. There's so many digital channels that you can use right now where you can measure every single step of the journey. Your ad copy, your images, your creative, your offer, your audience. You can really control and optimize literally everything within your campaign, which is far more cost effective, gets you better results, and gives you more sanity. What are these channels? Well, Facebook ads are terrific, but Google ads, they're still king. And when you retarget people that you acquired from Google on Facebook, things, they get really exciting, believe me. That brings me to number two. The second method that I believe you should let go of is chasing referrers. Building relationships with doctors where you're trying to win their trust takes an enormous amount of time. Instead, you need to work on building your brand. You need to establish your practice as the leader in your local area and build trust with referrers en masse instead of going to each one individually. Video marketing on social media is by far and away our favorite and the best way to do this. All it takes is a few Facebook Lives a week where you talk about relevant content, and then two things happen. Number one, your network grows as more people get to know you, and number two, referrers actually start chasing you instead of the other way around. How nice would that be? Now the third thing, it's not actually something you should give up, but it's something you should approach from a totally different angle, a different way. I'm talking word of mouth marketing. Now, it's impossible to say, I'm going to double my word of mouth marketing next week, because you can't control what your patients say or do in their private lives. But what you can do is stack the deck in your favor and turn your patients into raving fans that want to send far more people to you. The key is to think about how you can improve your patient experience and journey. How can you connect with your patients better? How can you provide even better value and have them absolutely raving about their incredible experience with you? Think about how to make patient onboarding smoother, how to embed a referral program within the patient journey automatically, how to bring patients into your social media world. You need to approach getting referrals from a proactive rather than a passive and reactive approach. So start doing this and your word of mouth, it's going to explode. Hey, I know that there's so much we've covered inside this episode, but if you want to learn more about a marketing strategy that won't waste your time, in fact, it will only take just 5 minutes to implement, then you need to check out my 5-minute patient reactivation guide. I'll pop a link for you below so you can get free access. Just go through the guide, follow it step by step, and see the growth in your practice for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the other side.